Good morning students and welcome to your online class of IP. So today in this revision to day 6, we will revise the different components of SQL table where we will see and learn that how you can calculate the degree and cardinality of a table and some other important terms. So let us begin. So these are the basic terminologies of table where you can see in the diagram. So let us discuss it one by one. The first component is byte. Byte, you already know, it is a group of 8 bits which is used to store a particular character. Now suppose if I have stored the name Ram, so it will take the space of 3 bytes. It requires 3 bytes to be stored in a memory of the computer, and if you have written the name Pooja, so it will take 4 bytes of space. Now the second component of the table is data item. Data item is actually the smallest unit of any named data, any data which is written inside the table. It consists of a number of bits or bytes, and it can represent any type of information which is referred to as field or data element. So you can also call data item as a field which we will be using for creating the table, like name, class, roll number, section. All the fields are said to be as data item. All the data item together makes a record, because that is a complete unit of information. When all the data items are filled inside the table, though the collection of those data item makes a record. Fourth one is the table. Any information or any record can said to be as table, or you can say a table is a collection of logical records. So these four are the basic components of a table, wherein we write the data into the table. A data consists of bytes. It is stored as a character in the memory of the computer. All the data item together makes a record, and all the records are represented in the form of table. Now let us look into some of the basic terminologies of table and their properties. First relational model terminology is relation. Relation in general term is called as table in MySQL, which is arranged in the form of rows and columns. It has the different properties. Let's see. The first property is that in any particular column of the table, all items are of same kind, whereas item in different columns may not be of the same kind, which means that if there is one column in one table, the items should be of same kind, but the same column, if it is present in the different table, cannot be of same kind or may not be of same kind. The second property is that for a row, a column cannot have more than one value, which means that for a particular row, a particular column cannot have more than one value. The third property is that all rows of a relation are distinct, which means that all the rows of a table should be distinct, where each row of the table should be uniquely identified by its content. For example, if you are storing different fields, name, class, roll number, section, so each detail which is mentioned in the particular row should be unique. The fourth property of a relation is that there is no order maintained for rows inside a relation, which means that we cannot access the information from the table by saying that we need the detail from row number 4 or 5 or from the column name. You need to write a proper information included in the query with the proper syntax. The fifth property of a relation is that the column of the table are assigned distinct name, unique names. You cannot keep the same name for two columns. I hope now you have understood what is relation. It is a name of the table. We call table as a relation in SQL, and these are the properties which I have discussed now. Now let us look into some other terminology, which is domain. Domain is said to be actually the set of values which is derived or drawn from the actual values of the two different tables or many tables. Now for example, there are two tables which is containing the same field, which is a unique field. For example, a supplier number field. Now you try to access, you have written a query to access the information from both the tables, but you are accessing the value through that particular field. That is called as a domain. Now if you are accessing through a supplier number field, so that will be called as a domain. Now a few more important points we need to know, that tuple, the rows of the table or the rows of the relation are generally referred to as tuple in MySQL. Attributes, the columns of the table are referred to as attributes. Now how you determine the degree of the relation? The degree of any particular table or a relation can be easily recognized by counting the number of attributes in the table. Now what are number of attributes? Number of attributes are called as the number of columns in the table. So for example, a particular table is having 5 columns, so the degree of the table will be 5. The same way we can determine the cardinality of a table. Cardinality will be determined by counting the number of tuples in a relation or the number of rows in a relation. Now for example, you have filled the details of the 5 students, so it means the table is having 5 rows, 5 tuples, so that will be called as a cardinality. So cardinality will be 5 in that case. Let us see with an example here. You can see that I have taken a salary table where there are 3 fields: employee number, effective date and amount. And in this 3 field there are 3 columns. So the column are set to be as the degree of the table. So the column will be 3. It means the degree will be 3. Now you can see that there are 4 records of the employees. So there are 4 rows or 4 tuples in the table, which is called as the cardinality. Cardinality refers to the number of rows and tuple. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood all these topics which I have discussed. If you have any problem, you can contact me, message me. Till the time, revise all these topics. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for regular updates on the educational videos. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.